Welcome to Crafty Maryanne. Let's paint today. We're going to work on a piece that I printed out in PLA. Our sponsor today is from G-Tech. I will have more information about the PLA filaments that I used and G-Tech down in the description below. So one of the first steps to take is you print it, then you prime it, then you base coat it, then you put a wash on it, and then you highlight it. And then you can put a sealant on it at the end. So let's start with the basics. We've printed it. We've already gone through and base coated, primed it, not base coated. I do have the base coat down on everything but the chimney so far. And we did go through with some putty to fill in and seal this little split where the plastic didn't quite meet up 100%. So other than that, we can just get painting. Great. Alright, so let's start in on these bricks. I've got two different shades of gray here. I've got a lighter shade and a darker shade. The darker is the pewter gray and the lighter is country gray. I like to use these little apple barrels. No, they're not my sponsor. G-Tech is our sponsor today. And but these little apple barrels are great because when you're doing terrain pieces, you use so much of them. I do have a full set of really nice smaller paints in the dripper in smaller bottles. But what I usually use those for is individual figurines. Something more along this line, much smaller. Just because it doesn't take as much paint. Add a little bit of water to it so it flows really easily on to your piece that you're painting. If you do it too thick, you lose a lot of the definition of which is what you want to be able to see it and be able to see the definition. There's an inside fireplace in here, so I'm trying to get that first, and then we'll work on the house fireplace. And there's no specific order as to which brick to paint. I like to have 3 shades when it comes to bricks or rocks. That way you can see variations. It makes it more interesting. And once we're done painting, the next step will be the wash. On this piece, I have already painted the outside of this little cabin, the wood section, twice. I'm going to go back through, and on these posts, I'm going to do a brown with a little black mixed into it. That way it's easy to see the difference. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for joining Crafty Maryanne.